2, 1. What is up, y'all? This is the That Suspect podcast. I know it doesn't sound as nice and clean, but we are rebranding. Heist. Have you seen this? Have you heard about this? It was way too long, and we've had some lineup changes. I've literally killed every podcast host I've ever had, and you might be next, dude.
Yeah.
Ricky's also dead, and he's here with us as a ghost. Say something, dude. Stupid. I'm your host, Uli. We got
Omar.
And then we got
Rick.
And yeah, man, we're here. The suspect. That suspect.
Y'all are suspects.
And the reason why we changed it to that suspect, because, I mean, a lot of these situations or a lot of these things we come across are a little suspect, man. Especially when you talk to Ricky, and he's a lot of suspect.
Oh, you're the biggest suspect here, bro.
What am I a suspect of?
Don't worry about it, but you're just a suspect.
You're the suspect of doing a lot of homosexual things. Anyways.
You and a ghost, bro, apparently got into it, bro.
Me and the ghost. Bro, you're the one that's house is haunted.
Isn't Ricky a ghost too now, though?
Oh, yes, it's true. He is ghost. All right, so imagine you're on a road trip with your family, right? Mm-hmm. And you've been driving for 5 months. And then you get lost. You're starving. And then somebody says, hey, we should eat Kevin. So that's basically what happened in 1846 on the way to California. And it's a lot worse than you think.
Oh, you're talking about the Donner Pass one?
Yep. All right. Well, welcome back.
That's a good one. That's a good
to
one.
That Suspect. I'm your host. And this week I went deep. Not as deep as this guy went on Ricky last weekend, but very deep. And that's
why it's called The Suspect, because this guy is a little sus right now. Look at that little
we are the sus boys. All right. Well, yeah, basically you called it. Yeah, we're doing the Donner Party. And for those who don't know, they practice cannibalism, but not on purpose. I mean, I guess it
wasn't on purpose.
You're purposely eating people, but it's kind of
to survive, right?
To survive. Yeah. So cannibalism. But here's the thing. Everybody knows the one line version. Oh, they got stuck in the snow and then ate each other. Right. That's what most people like.
Well, how deep did you go into the story?
Very deep. But when you actually read the full story, cannibalism is like the 6th or 7th worst thing that happened to these people. There was murder, betrayal, a con artist who wrote a fake travel guide, a guy who got banished into the wilderness alone, Native Americans who tried to help, got shot at, one dude at the end who was found sitting alone in a cabin surrounded by human bones, cooking with a pot cooking of like organs. Like, it's just, dude, this is so messed up.
And they ignored all the warnings.
Yeah, so I did a bunch of research on this. Actual diaries from survivors, archaeological findings, government records, the whole thing. And I'm going to walk you through it.
We should go visit the site.
I was about to say, what's worse than getting eaten? But
we can take a
I pass by every
little
day.
detour.
I'll pass by tomorrow.
Is it snowing there right now?
Right now it is.
It is? See, I'm scared of snow, bro. I can't drive in the snow.
Man.
Yeah, bro, I can't drive in the snow.
I understand.
I'm
I've never
scared.
driven in snow before.
All right, well, I'm going to walk you through it. We'll cover the background, how everything went wrong, the really dark stuff, and then some theories and controversies that people are still arguing about almost 180 years later. That was 180 years ago, bro. That's like my grandpa died a couple weeks ago, about a month ago, and he was 82. Thank you. He was 82, bro. So it was my grandpa's lifetime and then another lifetime before that, even like 2 more lifetimes. Because if you think about it, I'm 32, right? And my grandpa was 82 when he died. So he was 50 when I was born, dude.
That's young.
And my parents were in their 20s.
Yeah.
So it's like the lifetimes I think I feel like lifetimes or like the gaps are like 30 years usually when people have kids, and then their kids have kids. Because usually when you're growing up, your grandpas are in their 60s.
Yeah.
Right? Something like that. So 180 years into 30s. I'm not really that good at math, but
centuries, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. I honestly thought it happened like in the 70s or 80s, to be honest. I didn't know
it was
that far back.
It was 1846. Yeah, 1846. All right. So let's set the scene. It's 1846. America's in its full manifest destiny mode. And it's not like the freaking Valley Girls, like, oh my God, you gotta manifest it. Like, these people were like, really thought if you go to the West, you're gonna freaking, you're gonna strike gold. And this is before the gold rush, I believe.
It was just like after the Oregon Trail and stuff, right? Or during?
This is during the Oregon Trail. So they took the Oregon Trail to get here. So I'll get into that. So everyone wanted to move to the West, to Oregon, to California. And the way you did it back then was you loaded up your covered wagon with your whole life, and you just drove for 6 months across the entire continent. No roads, no GPS. You literally followed tracks left by other wagons and hope for the best. Could you guys think of anything like that's happening like that right now? There's like no real land of opportunity, right? I mean, I guess there's like, I guess a lot of people moving to like these tech cities, right? Like Austin.
Everybody's moving to tech cities.
I feel like Tennessee has one.
Anything I guess a data center people are moving to.
Yeah.
I don't consider that the land of opportunity, though.
Oh, Texas?
You need something where you just go out, farmland, live off the land.
I mean, that's a dream, right? To have a little ranch.
Rely on yourself.
So in Springfield, Illinois, which fun fact is where Abraham Lincoln was living at the time, there was two wealthy families, farming families, the Donner brothers and George and Jacob. Sorry, the Donner brothers, George and Jacob. George was about 60 years old, and his brother Jacob around 65. George's wife was a woman named Tamsin, who was educated, tough frontier woman. She was a school teacher and a painter. Then there was, God, these damn dogs. So if you guys hear puppies in the background, we have like 7 puppies. Holla at your boy if you want one. But then my dogs are barking. Sonny!
We have dog fights every other month.
Oh my. Sonny, go home.
Place your bets.
Go over there, dude. Go over there. He's not listening. All right. Well, at least you guys are listening. I'm probably going to cut that out, but George's wife was a woman named Tamsin who was their educator, who was educated. Educated, tough frontier woman. She was a school teacher and a painter. Then there was a neighbor, James Reed, a businessman in his mid-40s who had served with Lincoln in the Black Hawk War. Reed was one of the ones who really pushed for the trip. He was ambitious, kind of arrogant, and he wanted to get to California before all the good land was taken away. All right, so on April 15th, 1846, the Donner and the Reed families, about 32 people total, 9 wagons rolled out of Springfield. All right, so they headed to Independence, Missouri, which was the jumping off point for the Trail West, and they got there around May 10th. From there, they joined up with a much bigger wagon train, hundreds of wagons, and started heading west to the Oregon Trail. So that's the Oregon Trail you're talking about. Along the way, more families joined there. Along the way, more families joined their specific group. The Murphy clan, a big Irish widow named Lavina Murphy and her extended family. The Graves family from Illinois. The Barines, who were Irish immigrants. Some single men who hired teamsters to drive the wagons. By the time they hit the crucial decision point, the group numbered 87 people in about 32 wagons. And here's the critical detail. Almost half of them were children under 15. So 87 people, almost half of them were children under 15. So mostly
kids.
Yeah. No, mostly adults, but there's a lot of kids there. At least 40 kids, I believe. Okay, so here's where everything goes wrong, and it's because of the man, a dude named Lansford Hastings. Lansford Hastings was basically a 19th century influencer who wrote a fake travel guide. He published a book in 1845 called The Emigrant's Guide to Oregon and California. And in it, he described a shortcut, a new route that would bypass the traditional Oregon Trail and instead go south of Great Lake Tahoe. Instead go south of the Great Salt Lakes, through Utah and Nevada, and supposedly shaved 300 to 400 miles off the trip, and he called it the Hastings Cutoff. So here's the problem. It didn't shave off miles. It actually added about 125 miles. And Hastings had never actually traveled the route when he wrote the book. The single line in the guide about it was basically just speculation. He wrote something like, the most direct path would be to leave the Oregon route about 200 miles east of Fort Hall, then bearing west southwest to the Salt Lake. That's it. That's the whole guide for the shortcut. No details, no warnings. So the dude didn't even like take the damn trail. He just
made it up, basically.
He just was like, "Yep,
hey.
Hey guys, I swear there's a way through here."
Just looked at him and I was like, "All right."
So now Hastings did eventually travel part of the route himself in 1846, just before the Donner Party came through, but he did it on horseback alone, with no wagons and no families, not with 87 people and 23 heavy wagons full of furniture and supplies. Huge difference. So basically, the dude just did it on himself with one horse. Like a lot of the parts of the route didn't fit like wagons.
Wide enough.
It wasn't wide enough, and of course he's going to be super fast. He has no kids with him.
Yeah,
you know. So everything he's doing is just hella quick.
That's a fucked up story, bro.
Oh yeah, it's super bad. All right, so
where they at, man? They still in Oregon?
So they get to Fort Laramie, right? James Reed ran into an old friend named James Kleiman, an experienced mountain man who had actually just came.
Names and fucking where they're at.
Bro, this is facts, bro. You don't want to hear facts?
Go ahead, just keep going, bro.
Answer the question.
Yes, I
want me to steer you in the dark? So there's this dot. I'll just tell you like that if you want. Yeah, damn, you're like Hastings, bro.
Let me lead you to your death.
You might want to bring that closer to you, dude.
This one has his armpit talking to it, bro.
All right, so Clayman basically told Reed, "Don't take this freaking shortcut."
Clayman or Clayman?
Kleiman?
Philman?
Definitely not Silman. He's telling him, like, he basically just warned him, right? And then some of the people were like, "Oh yeah, we're not really digging it," but they're like, "You know what? We're gonna do it anyways." So they headed it for the Hastings cutoff, and immediately it became a nightmare. First they have to cross the Wasatch Mountains.
Bro, that's how hot this motherfucker, dude.
Take off your sweater. What are you, retarded?
What do you think I'm fucking doing?
You literally just thought about it after I said take off your sweater.
I didn't, bro.
You're like, what do you think I'm doing? Stupid idiot. Are you hot?
Bro. No, I'm fine now.
Yeah, and we're under the lights, bro. God, you're shaking the goddamn camera. Stupid bastard. All right, so the Donner Party hits the Hastings cutoff, and it's an immediate nightmare. Lansford Hastings, the guide, who'd never actually taken the route with wagons, said the desert crossing was 40 miles, and it was 80. So it's already off the bat, double the mileage, double the time. It's already freaking terrible time. And it took them 6 days instead of 2 to get through it. The ground was a gummy mess of salt and mud. Oxen went insane from thirst and bolted into the void.
Did we figure out how much horsepower do those chariots have?
Is it whatever amount of freaking horses are on the damn? Stupid. Like 4 horsepower.
So they're going 65 miles per hour. Bro.
So when they say like a car is 300 horses, just imagine 3 horses pulling a freaking little Mazda or something. All right, so James Reed lost 9 of the 10 oxen in a single night. By the time they rejoined the main trail, this shortcut had cost him a full month. It is now late October, and they started at the Sierra. They're staring at this Sierra Nevada mountains right as the clouds begin to turn gray. So, already having a bad time, you know? Mm-hmm. They're already getting wrecked. And then things just start falling apart even worse. Ricky, get off your phone!
I think it's like...
Bro, put your phone down.
Like, after losing those oxen...
Put your phone down at least, bro. Like, come on. You're not even paying attention. You're just... I don't care about that. I'm giving you the bullet points.
I don't think you got this part, but go ahead. Go.
God, you're so stupid, dude. I hate you.
I don't think you got this part. So go ahead. You're giving the version. You're giving the version that was written down by the settlers.
Our host here does a lot of charity work with the special needs.
Yeah, dude. So go to hell. Okay. So things start falling apart. See, I can't even speak now.
Like, what fell apart, though? Come on.
They lost 9 oxes.
Dude, this podcast is falling apart right now because you can't freaking focus for 2 seconds. If we're not talking about buttholes or gay stuff, bro,
Where the fuck
you're not
did you
locked
get
in.
buttholes, bro?
You just love them. That's the problem.
What the fuck?
You freaking love buttholes.
Why are you deflecting right now, man?
I'm not deflecting. It's literally what you love. You love male buttholes. And some animals, some small rodents.
I feel violated right now. Come on, bro. Come on.
All of a sudden, now he wants to continue. Huh? You want to continue? Okay. So things start falling apart, right? I feel like this is gonna end up like the Donner Party. We're gonna have to kill Ricky and eat him, or wait for him to die.
Eat my nuts, motherfucker.
How long,
Feed him to you, too.
how long do you think it would take Ricky to die if he just sat there? I think he'd die of boredom in like within an hour. Within an hour without his phone, he's just gonna start melting into his seat, like the high commercials back in the day. This is you on drugs. You're just melting into the seat.
I feel fine.
All right, you ready to continue now?
I'm waiting for you, bro.
Yeah, thought so.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, whatever, dude. I'll let you get back to your hamster.
Hurry the fuck up.
All right, man, relax. You know we can't even hear you because you're not even talking to the damn mic.
Can you hurry the fuck up?
This guy. I don't even remember how many episodes we're in. I think we're like 15 or something. Yeah. But this guy talks to the mic across the street. Might as well go across the street right now and then talking to the mic or try to talking to the mic.
You know what?
No one can hear you, but talking to the mic.
You know what? I fucking will.
God, not only that, but this guy freaking whispers. Like, hey, what's going on? Like, come on, just talking to the damn mic, dude. Please. You're a professional.
Can you hurry the
I don't pay you anything
up?
for this.
Can you hurry the fuck up?
God. Dude. Talking to the mic. That's all you gotta do. I literally have
Read
free
the fucking prompt.
I get free labor from this, dude, and the least you can do is at least talking to the mic.
Host on the trail, tensions explode. Come on. Is that hard?
Okay. So things start falling apart, similar to this podcast. On the trail, tensions explode. James Reed gets into a fight with a teamster named John Snyder. Snyder.
What do you mean a teamster? What are they, union or what?
Yes, dude, they're workers.
Okay, go ahead. Continue.
Snyder hits Reed's wife. Reed stabs Snyder and kills him.
A la verga.
The group holds a trail trial and banishes Reed. He's forced to ride to California alone, leaving his family behind in the dirt, which is kind of a blessing, dude. Because imagine you're like trying to go through this stupid Hastings cutoff, right? And then Hastings like, oh yeah, this is such an easy little thing to do. And then next thing you know, obviously, Reed's going to get right through it because he's by himself. He doesn't have a bunch of wagons with him.
Yeah.
Then there's a flicker of hope. Charles Stanton, he was a single guy who had gone ahead for supplies. He actually comes back from Sutter's Fort, which is in Sacramento, with 2 Miwok guides, Luis and Salvador, and 7 mules of food.
No, that's pretty
He didn't have to, but he had no family there, but he did. But even with the food,
hold on, but what, Luis and Salvador, was that really their name though?
yeah,
Those were the Miwok guides?
yeah.
Yeah, they're the natives.
What casino do they have around here? Do you guys know?
Red Hawk.
Red Hawk? It's the Miwoks?
Yeah. Pablo's ladies is a Miwok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I'm Miwok by marriage.
Oh.
Somehow. No, I'm sure.
God, dude, I wish I was a Miwok, man. I get some free money.
Yeah, I think they bought up hella land in downtown too now, like by the stadium.
Really?
The Red Hawk people? Yeah, I thought they bought up the land where the stadium's on.
Shout out to the Native Americans using the white man's money to buy back their land.
Shout out, dude.
They're still
No, dude. So from what I understand, and I'm like 100% sure on this, the guys who own Sky River, they bought Sac Republic and they forwarded the money, or they fronted the money for the new stadium. So the new stadium, I think, is costing like something like $300 million, but they're keeping the full rights to it, and they're not the city isn't paying for anything there. The only thing I think the city's paying for is like infrastructure, like around, and I guess they're making like a whole thing. But it's sick though because the stadium's going to be 20,000. 20,000.
There's supposed to be like entertainment around there too, like stuff you can do, like shops and stuff.
Yeah, they're doing a whole thing. But the Sac Republic, which is a soccer team here in Sacramento, the UPS. No, it's not UPSL. It is UPSL, right?
Yeah, USL or something.
USL, my bad. Yeah, USL. So it's USL, United States Soccer League or something like that, or United Soccer League. Anyways, that is the first a professional soccer team owned by a tribe. So, and those, you go to Sky River, bro, their freaking tables are expensive, man. Yeah. They got the most expensive tables out here, I feel like.
Well, they got to make their money back for building that, don't they?
They got to make their money back.
And they're growing. And that casino's growing quick, too.
It is. I heard they're building like a bunch of stuff on it, right?
They're doing a hotel, and I think they're expanding the casino as well.
Dude, that's crazy. You know what's
funny?
funny?
It's only been open for like, what, 3 years?
Yeah. It hasn't, like 2-3 years, yeah. It's funny because I think I was talking to one of the Miwoks, and they're like, "Yeah, they ain't got no money like us yet." And like they're getting passed up, dude.
From what I know, it's Thunder Valley and Cache Creek that got all the money right now.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, Thunder Valley is the top one right now where they make bank.
I think
something around 50,000 a month or something like that. Or
really?
More than that they get.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just for being a native.
Yeah, just for being a native.
How much percent does it matter?
I don't know, to be honest.
I mean, I'd be interested to find out, dude.
Where
do you find these people? Do you start making smoke signals and then like an Indian girl just pulls up?
You gotta go to the powwows, bro.
You gotta go to the powwows.
Come on.
I'm supposed to love corn, bro. It's crazy. All right, well,
continue.
Dude, that's so funny. No, but yeah, shout out to the natives, man, using the white man's
for real
money for their financial gain. All right, so he pulled up with food, right? And everyone's super happy because they're like, man, we just lost a bunch of oxen. One thing that I failed to mention was that they had a bunch of oxen, and they would get raided by the natives. The natives would pull up and just steal their ox. So they've been doing it since 1946 at least.
That's what they get for killing all the bison.
So October 31st, they reached Truckee Lake, and the snow starts and it doesn't stop.
Oh hell no, it don't stop, bro.
And so they get 22 feet of snow. They're trapped. One group is at the lake. The Donners are 5 miles back at Elder Creek. The snow eventually piles up to
before they camped at the lake, the natives told them not to camp on the lake.
Really?
And they ignored them.
Well, that's why you gotta listen to the natives, bro. If you smell a pile of bear poop, and that smell of that pile of bear poop tells you, hey, there's gonna be 22 feet of snow.
Listen to the fucking shit.
Listen to them.
Listen to the fucking piece of shit, bro.
They've been there.
They've been there.
That's their territory.
That bear poop, that piece of bear poop will tell you everything you know.
Even though they were beefing the whole way,
like
they told them where to go. The natives were like, go to the fucking valley and camp out there the fucking winter. Fucking idiots, bro.
Oh, they probably didn't even have a first grade.
Como dicen las cosas pasan los pendejos.
So they start by eating the pack animals, then their dogs, and then they started boiling rugs, shoes, oxhide, to make like a glue that they could swallow. Patrick Barine's diary from the time is haunting. Just a matter of fact entries of like living on a short allowance of hides, just saying things of like as a fact, because they were literally living through this stuff. Imagine 22 feet of snow, bro. Like, most people are like less than 6 feet tall, and you're talking about like at least four of them. You know what I mean?
So what, they walking through like ice walls then, like through the ice, like they make a little trail. And
pretty much, or they just had to stay in
shovel it out,
stay in place, shovel it out. So they were eating their own shoes.
And it gets nasty up there, bro.
Belt buckles, not belt buckles, but yeah, no, it's bad, man. And so by December, they're dying. 15 people, men, women, and 2 Miwok guides strap on homemade snowshoes and try walking out. They call themselves the Forlorn Hope. Stanton, the hero, goes snowblind and tells him to go without them. He dies alone. On Christmas, the rest are starving. They make the choice. They begin to eat the dead. But there is the darkest part. The 2 Miwok Indians, Luis and Salvador, refuse to eat human flesh because they won't a man named William Foster decides to hunt them. He shoots them both as the group can eat. It is the only confirmed murder for food in the story. So he shoots them both so the group can eat. So they're like, you know what? These Indian guys are less than us, so we're gonna kill these fools and we're gonna eat them.
Shit.
That's crazy, bro.
You know what?
They were the tickets to get out of there too.
That's probably what happened. That's what happened to them. Happened because they killed the Native Americans, and now the spirits are coming for them.
Yeah, I mean,
The land is coming for them.
The land is coming for them. Preemptively or what? Because they were already getting wrecked.
Yeah, a lot worse is coming.
Try talking to the mic. Yeah, a little low. Sorry, we're having technical difficulties today. Right before we started this, we had a cup of some drink, and I freaking knocked it over with my buns.
Un culo grande.
Shut the hell up, dude. All right, so the Washoe and the rescue.
The Washoe.
Oh, my bad. The Washoe and the rescue. Here's the part of the history books usually skip. The Washoe people lived there. They saw the settlers starving and actually brought them deer meat and fish. How did the Donner Party respond? They shot at them. Dude, like, what do you, like, come on. Like, you know, talk about biting the hand that feeds you.
They were paranoid, bro.
You know, they might have been malnourished to where they're like going
that's
crazy.
what it was.
The thing is, like,
So
they were so blinded by like prejudice and like the fear of the hostile natives.
And plus what was going on with them. They were fucking hungry, bro. And they had the stories that the natives were bad. So
Well, I mean, they were already getting
It
jacked.
just didn't mix well, you know.
They're already getting jacked by the freaking natives before then, you know. But the thing is, like, if someone's bringing you deer and someone's bringing you fish, like, I mean, unless maybe they thought there was like an Israeli honeypot, maybe. Dude, they were suffering from an Israeli honeypot, and they're like, can't. The Donner Party was getting hunted, anyways. All right.
Yeah.
So they opened fire on the people that are trying to save them. Meanwhile, the forlorn hope survivors finally stumbled into a different Miwok village, and those people, despite what had happened to Luis and Salvador, fed them and saved their lives.
Nice.
All right, so by the time the final rescue party arrived in 1847, they found one man left, Louis Kessenberg. He was surrounded by human remains and had the Donner's gold in his pocket. He was branded a monster for life, though he swore he never murdered anyone. The final math, 87 started, 42 died. Women survived at a much higher rate than men, better metabolism and higher body fat.
Damn, till this day, bro. They all survive us.
The biggest irony is James Reed, the guy who pushed for the shortcut and got banished, his entire family survived. So, I mean, that Kessenberg guy, like, I guess he like made it out, right? And they found him like in in his hut, like just with boiling like human remains all over the place. Like, I think he sued somebody because they were like, what is it called when not defaming him but slandering him?
Yeah. Slandering.
So they were slandering and calling him a murderer and stuff. I mean, bro,
the facts are there, bro.
Yeah.
He murdered.
Well, the thing is, like, he
survive.
Was he the one that killed the natives? I can't remember. Who was the one who killed freaking Luis and Salvador, bro? Let's see.
It's kind of fucked up.
So William Foster's the one who killed the natives. All right. Well,
Wait, so did he like he lived, right? They do that.
Kessinger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't like send him to jail or nothing.
Nope.
They just let him go free.
Yep.
That's crazy.
They couldn't. They couldn't really like.
Pin
They
anything on him?
couldn't pin anything on him. They're like, oh well, because if you remember, part of the story was the only two certified murderers were of Luis and Salvador, the natives. They were the only ones that there was eyewitnesses of them getting like murdered or whatever, shot. And Kessinger, they pulled up on him, and he was the last one there. And they pulled on him. He just had a bunch of bones everywhere, like, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, like there was a lot of arrogance in the story. Like the guy was like, "No, we got this. You know, we got this." And they had so much bad luck on the way there. Like they were delayed by like 3 or 4 months, and then they like came here on one of the worst. I don't think snow's been up that high since 22 feet. And
It's the highest point in the mountain.
yeah, well,
Shoot.
Jamie, pull that up. Record snowfall in Truckee. No, Donner Lake. Donner Lake. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. In 1937 and 1938, there was 68 feet. Oh, that's for the entire winter. Yeah, I don't know how they measure that. A new all-time record for total December snowfall at Donner Pass.
In 2023, they had 61 feet.
Yeah, but I think that's throughout the season, though. I don't think it's like overnight.
Oh, it was just one night.
It's over. Not overnight, dude.
No, well, no, this is overnight. They got
Did
22
not-
feet.
did not get 22
They had 22 feet of
overnight.
physical. Yes, there's a rock, and I'll post it right now. There's a rock that like commemorates them, and you can see the snow height. Snow height. Snow height rock Donner. Look, you see that? So that's like a person right there, and then right here, that was the height of where the 22 feet of snow was. So look at that.
Damn.
So yeah, there's a huge. It's massive.
That's crazy. So you have to travel through that? That's insane.
Yeah. So I mean, this is a kind of a shorter version of the story. There's way longer versions, and there was a lot more to it. I had a longer script for this, but I think I made it a little bit too long. I didn't want you guys getting bored with all the details.
And no pixtures.
And no pictures. I mean, I'm going to edit in pictures and stuff.
You might be right. In 2023 and 2024, that winter, they got 24 feet. And then in 2024 and 2025, 22, and then this winter, 18.
18 was this winter?
This winter.
Yeah, so
Overnight.
it's crazy, bro. 22 feet is freaking nuts. There's some speculation on that, but for the most part, yeah, it was that.
But every single year, average is 34 per night. That's fucking crazy.
All right, so this is a little bit more detail. So the Donner family they ended up in Elder Creek. There's 22 people with them, and George Donner's wagon axle had broken, and while trying to fix it, he gashed his hand pretty badly. It seemed like a minor wound at first, but it never healed and eventually turned into gangrene and it killed him. So that's how George Donner died. And in Truckee, there was 59 people crowded into 3 cabins. So 59 people into 3 cabins. One of which already from a previous pioneer group 2 years earlier. So they just kind of found it and like kicking it in there. We're kicking it in there. They had buffalo robes, brush, and they leaned up against like trees to like make these shelters. And I'll post like versions of what they looked like. There would be 22 feet of snow on the ground. It's crazy, dude.
You think they ate the kids?
Yeah, 100%. That's part of the really
Dark
bad part. Yeah, the really dark part of it. So there was, a lot of them were like writing into their diaries. Provisions getting very scant. People getting weak. Living on short allowance of hides. Peggy very uneasy for fear we shall all perish with hunger. We have but a little meat left and only part of 3 hides. Shot Tozer and today dressed his flesh. They ate their dog.
Sonny, you're next.
I know, Sonny, I'm about to eat you if you don't quiet. Let's see. So by mid-October, it's clear that nobody is coming and they're all going to die if they just sit there. So on December 16th, 1946, a group of 17 people, 10 men and 5 women, some accounts say 15, who continued, they strapped on the homemade snowshoes and they set out across the mountain on foot. They called them the Forlorn Hope, the hero. So on Christmas Day, they caught in a raging blizzard. Okay, so on Christmas Day, this is the part of the Christmas part. On Christmas Day, they're caught in a raging blizzard. They huddled around a fire. That night, Frank Graves dies. The next day, December 26th, they make the decision. They cut flesh from the bodies of their dead companions, roast it over the fire, and eat it. The counts say they were averting their faces from each other and weeping. Damn, that's so crazy.
And James Reed is the one that founded San Jose.
Yeah? It's crazy.
And then Mary Murphy, Marysville. And then Alpha Donner, Elk Grove.
Damn, so they went on to do some big things then, huh?
All right, so
San Jose State University is now what James Reed used to own. It's crazy.
all right, so check it out. The 2 Miwok guides, Luis and Salvador, refused to eat human flesh, and this is one of the darkest parts of the whole story. Their refusal essentially turned them into targets. William Foster, one of the surviving men, held a meeting and proposed killing the 2 guides for food. Even in the deepest reaches of despair, the racism was alive and well. The group reasoned that if push came to shove, it was better to kill 2 Native Americans than 2 white people. So William Eddy was the only one not okay with this. He warned Luis and Salvador, and they escaped into the woods during the night, but they were too weak, too starving. And a few days later, the group caught up with them. Foster shot both of them where they lay in the snow, and the group ate their bodies.
It's crazy.
Sent from the Sutter's Fort as guides, murdered, eaten. It's the one confirmed case of Donner Party killing people specifically for food.
It's basically like killing God.
I don't know about that one.
Just imagine the Israelis killed Moses.
Oh, Jesus.
That's good.
All right, there is. Oh, this is a. Yeah, they did eat children, though. I know that for a fact. There's just a lot of the accounts don't like talking about it, but
We'll talk about
you
it.
got to understand that, like, they would label the bodies and stuff so that people won't eat their relatives. Like, you're talking about over 80 people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Obviously, there was the 2 camps. There was the Donner one, and there was the main camp in Truckee. But yeah, man, they sent with Shoe Scouts, and they were able to bring them all down to Sutter's Fort. Let me see the ending here. So the questions everybody asks, did he murder Temsin Donner? Kessenberg was accused of murdering up to 6 people, including Temsin Donner and his child. He was put on trial and acquitted on every count due to lack of evidence. He later sued Edward Coffeymayer, on one of his rescuers, for defamation. He won the lawsuit, but the jury awarded him only $1. Most historians interpret that as a jury saying, we can't prove that he did it, but he definitely don't like this guy, or we definitely don't like this guy. Kessenberg never denied eating the dead. What he denied repeatedly and emotionally for the rest of his life, that was he never murdered anyone. Years later, when he met Temsin Donner's youngest surviving daughter, Eliza, who had been 4 years old during the ordeal, he collapsed to his knees weeping and swore he had not killed her mother. Eliza chose to believe him. He also lost both of his own children during the ordeal. He lived the remaining 48 years of his life branded as a cannibal murderer. He died in 1895 and was buried in an unmarked grave. Do you guys think he did it?
Oh, yeah.
Of course, come on, bro.
I think he probably ate his kids, too.
You gotta watch the movie. They have a movie.
So watch, this is how they found Kessenberg. So the cabins are silent, empty, except for one person, Louis Kessenberg, 32 years old, German immigrant. He's found inside a cabin, wrapped in a blanket next to a pot who appears to contain freshly cooked human liver and lungs. Around him are human bones. At the Donner camp at Elder Creek, they find George Donner's body with his skull split open and his brain removed. Dude. Kessenberg tells them that George Donner died of his infection and that Tamsin Donner, his wife, who had refused to leave George's side through all the previous rescues, walked through the snow from Elder Creek to Lake Cabins, arrived weak and disoriented, and died during the night. Kessenberg admits to eating her flesh. The rescue team also finds $225 in gold in Kessenberg's waistcoat, plus silks, jewels, and firearms belonging to the Donners. Kessenberg says Tamsin gave him the gold himself and asked him to bring it to her surviving children. William Fallon, the leader of the 4th Relief, later claimed Kessenberg told him that Donner's flesh was the best he had ever tasted. Kessenberg denied ever saying this for the rest of his life. I mean, I don't know, man. The thing is, like, if I, killed somebody's, parents, of course I wouldn't tell them to their face, yeah, I ate your parents. You know what I mean? Of course he's going to fall to his knees and, beg for forgiveness.
Yeah, he definitely did it, though.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, that is the podcast. This is That Suspect. And the suspect in this episode is Kessenberg, man. Very sus. It's like the guy had a smoking gun. Come on, dude. And what cracks me up is that he got a whole dollar.
What dollar?
He got a whole dollar for his troubles.
Shit.
All right, guys. Well, it's been the Sus Boys, That Suspect podcast. We are making a comeback. We'll be back next week with another episode. I've been Uli.
And Omar.
Rick.
And we'll see you guys later.